Pakistan can increase its remittances potential by curbing on the smuggling and hoarding and bringing the PKR open market rate with the interbank rate. Pakistan remittances stopped at about 3 billion or so in 21-22, and the last month it was 2.1 billion. There's a huge gap of 9. I'm not saying that all the gap is going to be filled by cracking down on the hundi, hawala and trade, as there were other reasons for higher remittances at that time. One reason was that in the Western countries, there were stimulus was giving to their citizens, and they were spending more money to their home countries as well. And then the Pakistan real estate was flourishing at the time. The people were sending money in the real estate market as well. And the third reason, of course, that interbank and open market rate were there, and the hundi wala business was at its normal rate. Now, you don't expect the COVID bonanza anymore, as the inflation is very high in the developed world, and they perhaps are going to send less money. The other factor about is real estate. In real estate, you understand that in Pakistan, the economy is doing very bad and nobody's really investing in the real estate, so you don't expect the money to come in the real estate in Pakistan. And the third reason is that the hundi hawala and the smuggling has increased significantly in Pakistan. I mean, there was always smuggling coming from Iran in terms of petroleum and personal care and other products. There was always smuggling coming from China in terms of the undervoicing, and there was smuggling coming up from the different products, different countries as well. But the quantum has increased. I mean, the amount which used to be mostly confined to Balochistan, now being you're finding in cities. Then counterfeit product or the smuggled product that you would usually see in KP and Balochistan, you see in the supermarket in Lahore, Karachi and Islamabad. So those things have increased, and then in the last month you've seen, or in the past few months you've seen that there's a gap between the open market and interbank market was more than 10%. So there was more room for people to send their money through informal channel, as they were getting more gain into that. Now that gap has corrected, and there's some improvement in the official remittances. In the first 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks of this month, remittances in a big bank increased by 8%, in another bank it is increased by 13%, overall there is an increase of 12%. And it is expected that remittances flow to be around 2.3 to 2.4 billion this month, and next month it can go up to 2.5 billion, and it can go further as long as you crack down on smuggling to continue and the institutional mechanisms to stop. Now, how did this smuggling function? When you smuggle some good from anywhere, let's you smuggle mobile phone or cars, you pay here in PKR to an exchange company guy. The exchange company guy over there settle that in foreign currency, and that PKR there settled is being paid to the remitters, and that guy got that foreign currency from the remitter and pay to the smuggler seller on that. So that how the original channel being funneled out to the informal channel, and there's a loss to exchequer in terms of tax revenues and in terms of dollars for the state bank or interbank as remittance go to informal sector. So that can improve. The financial incentives that have been given to people is going to increase. That is the Pakistan Remittances Incentive (PRA) was started in 2009. At that time, Pakistan government decided to give the 20 real benefit to the bank. That bank usually share about 80 to 90% with the exchange company from the sending country, so that company doesn't charge fee to the guy who's sending and keep 10 to 20% here, 2-3 dirham, in a way where he can spend on the marketing to get more money from the formal channel of that. Now that money was stopped by November 2019. There's a backlog coming for the last few months, and the incentive for bank to push the exchange companies or exchange company over the incentive to bring the remitter on the formal channel was diminishing. Now the backlog has been cleared. The banks are being given the money to clear those backlogs. Then that remittance initiative has increased from 20 dirham to $30 for any $100 transaction or more. Now that $26 would be given to the exchange company, so that he would not charge the fee from there, and that would push him to get people into the formal channel. The bank would have more money to do some kind of a marketing. All these things would help to bring the remittances high, as long as that incentive to remain there, as long as the currency gap in the interbank and the open market remain thin, As long as you control on the Hundiwala channels through cracking down the smuggling, your remittances will slowly reach to your potential about $2.7, $2.8 billion. Thank you.